Hello, Imaginers. It's Kyla Martin, coaching you to the career and life that you imagined. We're on lesson number 3 in Lessons of a Lifetime. In honor of my 50th birthday, I'm sharing the 5 greatest lessons from thought leaders who have helped my journey and helped usher me along the road. And the 3rd lesson is from Brene Brown, the extraordinary Brene Brown, who, when I read her book, The Gifts of Imperfection, really began to understand what was standing between me and the life and career that I wanted. And it was in large part because of a beautiful quote from that book that goes something like this: to have what you really want, you have to be who you really are. And that resonated with me so much in the moment that I was in when I read it, because I wasn't exactly being who I really was. And because of that, I couldn't ever get to where I really needed to go. And you know what that feels like. It's when I used to manage people, I would call it the gap between their acquired state and their natural state. So the natural state is where we easily are. It is who we are most authentically. It doesn't require any work. It is easy to put on every day because it's our natural self. But we often move into acquired states. And acquired states is being something that we're not really, but we don't know exactly how to let that resonate with our authentic self. And we can just feel the gap. And the more that there's a gap between your acquired state and your natural state, the more work you have to put in. It is exhausting. I used to have someone that worked for me that had an enormous gap between her acquired and natural state, and she seemed exhausted. And of course she was, right? And so Brene really helped me understand that not only do we need to close the gap between our acquired state and our natural state in our career, but in our life. There are so many whispers. I often talk about the whispers in our life that tell us the road that we're supposed to be on. But we tend to push a lot of those away. We want to be what our job wants us to be, or what our family wants us to be. And in reality, we are creating a gap between our acquired state and our natural state. And it's exhausting. And so if we think about closing that gap, and again, the beautiful quote from Brene Brown, if I am being who I am, then I can truly create the life and career that I want. And the way that I encourage my clients to do it, and certainly the way that I did it, was starting to pay attention to those whispers, starting to pay attention to what I got lost in, what I loved to do all the way back to high school, which was encourage people, support them, see the connectedness in their journey that they couldn't necessarily see, help them to better understand their brain. I have been fascinated with psychology since probably my senior year in high school. And so those whispers have been there all along. And what Brene taught me is that until I stood in that truth, I really couldn't create the career and life that I imagined. So part of the approach that I take with my clients is helping to almost get back to their roots, help them uncover, help them really dream about if they could pursue any life they want, what would that include? And back to Lessons of Brene, the title of the book in general was such a game changer for me, right? So as women, we tend to have a lot of societal belief systems that support being perfect. And that does not support a growth mindset, which is how we actually create and pursue the life that we want. So on the road to your life imagined, I hope that you'll take some of the wisdom of the incredible Brene Brown and think about if you were going to pursue the life and career that you really wanted, What part of your authenticity are you kind of pushing down? What are you not seeing? And I encourage you to start to see a little bit of that this week. As always, I want to help you in any way I can. I have some free resources on my website at kylamartinconsulting.com, and would love to share a small step as you start your journey to the career and life that you imagined. And as always, I am cheering you on to that. Take care.